Hello everyone, my name is Andrea Johnso and I'm going to do an overview of how to prepare a Zoom room and a Zoom conduct board for a Title IX conduct board hearing. So one of the things that you want to do right away is click this record button down at the bottom. You want to make sure that you're recording that as soon as you begin the hearing. That will prompt you to either save in your cloud and or save on your computer. I choose to save on my computer. That's what's easiest for me, but it's all about preference. The other thing that you'll want to do on it is click enable the waiting room. This allows folks that are the respondent, the complainant, the witnesses, and any advisors to be in that waiting room prior to the hearing for you to go ahead and invite them into the hearing and set ground rules. So I also click mute participants upon entry because I just think it's helpful to have everybody's microphones off so that they're not overhearing one another and that we're just setting the tone for that conduct board. So I'm going to go ahead and admit all. And then in addition to admitting all, just make sure that you have not muted yourself when folks come in. And so this is what the conduct board will look like. You will have asked them to already rename themselves. So prior to, you're going to ask them to change their Zoom names to either if they're a witness, if they are a complainant, whoops, or if they're a complainant. Or if they are a respondent. And you're doing that for a couple of reasons. One, you're a respondent, Danny. The reason why you're wanting to do that is just so that they're not having to look at one another. You're asking them to remove their pictures as well. So you'll see here that the witness has the picture on there. We just want to make sure that we're not triggering these folks as much as possible, and that we're eliminating any opportunities for tension or contention between the folks. And so now that we've gone ahead and invited everyone in from the waiting room, we've started the record button, we have everyone renamed, we're going to click here and click Breakout Rooms. So what's nice about these breakout rooms is that you can rename them. Unfortunately, you cannot do breakout rooms prior to the folks being in the Zoom call. And so you'll see I have one labeled here as a respondent. I have one here that I'll put respondent complainant in. And then I have one here that is just for the board, and I will rename this one. I will put witnesses in here. Now, one of the things that's unique to this is that we do actually have to have one for the conduct board and for the hearing. So you always want to make 5 rooms when you're doing these, primarily because what you'll notice that when I open all the rooms, so we'll have to assign folks to these rooms. I want to put the complainant in there. I want to put the respondent in here. I'm going to put the witnesses in here, but then there's no one in the boardroom or in the hearing room. So what I'm going to do is open all those rooms because it requires us you can't just open 1 or 2 rooms at a time. You have to open all the rooms. So then the respondent and the complainant have automatically gone into their rooms. Then I am going to go ahead and assign them to say, okay, we're going to start the hearing and we want the respondent to go to the hearing, and I also want the complainant to go to the hearing. Respondent and the complainant move to the hearing. So now I'm going to click the hearing as well as the other conduct board members, but we're going to leave those witnesses in the witness room because of course the witnesses cannot be in the entire hearing. So now we just have a room with just the respondents, just the complainants, and the conduct board. Now, I can always go ahead and click leave the room. So you want to leave the breakout room, leave the meeting, or end the meeting for all. We're going to go ahead and leave the breakout room. That means those folks will be in here by themselves. So this piece has to be done as quickly as possible. So you want to leave the breakout room, and then it's putting me back into the main session. And then I want to go ahead and go down to breakout rooms and I want to put that respondent back in the respondent's room, and I want to put that complainant back into the complainant's room. Now, this will be done specifically if the respondent needs to talk to their advisor privately, if the complainant needs to talk to their advisor privately, and or if the board needs to discern something to talk privately. This is how you can set up the Zoom rooms. Again, it's just a little finicky with the breakout rooms. You just want to make sure that you're moving people back and forth and that those witnesses aren't in that conduct board hearing for the entirety of it. I think that concludes what we're doing for the conduct board for Title IX cases. That is all I have for this training. If you need any support or any help setting these up, you are welcome to call me in the campus activities office. But again, this is just how we set up the Zoom conduct board hearings. So thank you for taking